Hello, my name is Guy Hickman. Today I'm going to be doing an active range of motion assessment on the first metatarsophalangeal joint. The patient is in a seated position, and for this measurement the axis is placed over the first MTP joint. The stationary arm is going to be parallel with the first metatarsal, and the movable arm is going to be moving with the proximal phalange. At this point I'll stabilize here and have the patient actively extend, which we get a reading of 50 degrees, which is a little low. Normal range of motion for great toe extension is 70. Okay, next I'm going to do an active range of motion on great toe flexion. Once again, the axis is at the first metatarsophalangeal joint. The stationary arm is parallel with the first metatarsal, and the movable arm is parallel with the first phalange. I'll place the axis here and stabilize here, and have the patient actively flex his great toe, which I get a reading of 45 degrees, which is within normal limits. That's the normal range of motion for great toe flexion. Alright, next I'm going to do a manual muscle test on the flexor hallucis longus muscle. The patient is in a supine position, the ankle is neutral. I'm going to stabilize at the proximal phalanx and at the metatarsophalangeal joint. I'll bring the patient into flexion and have him flex the toe. I'll apply my pressure at the plantar aspect of the distal phalanx, and that's good. And I'd give him a 5 out of 5. Okay, next I'm going to do a manual muscle test on the extensor hallucis longus muscle. So again, the patient is a seated position, the ankle is in a neutral position. I stabilize at the back of the calcaneus, and I'm going to bring the patient into great toe extension and have him hold, and I'm going to apply my pressure at the proximal and distal phalanges, and that's good. I would give him a 5 out of 5. And lastly, I'm going to test the integrity of the patient's longitudinal arch. And looking at this, it seems like he has a bit of a low arch, which could be caused from a number of things. One would be maybe laxity in the spring ligament, or a weak foot intrinsic muscles, or a weak posterior tibialis muscle.